much fun was the other night?
It was crazy. I didn't actually know they could shoot that well. That was surprising, but we fought through it and we got the win.
I think we asked you this the other day, but when you're pulling up from that far away, do people not expect that?
I mean, I don't think so, but I mean, if you do expect it, I mean, you would know. If you don't, then it's something you should look forward to.
Is that something this team has the ability to do, maybe better than some other schools, is to pull up from deep? We know Tremont can do it. We
Yeah.
saw him do it last year. And then when you add the big guys like you that are able to do it, is that kind of just unique?
Yeah, I would say that, and creating shots for one another. We're always able to drive into the lane and kick in, and the next guy's able to hit the three or the mid range or whatever the case may be. I think that's something that this team has worked on tremendously over the summer, and it's showing so far.
Offensively, I mean, the coach was right, man. This team can put up a lot of points defensively, though. What's he kind of worked with you guys on over the weekend and kind of headed into this next game? Because obviously what happened the other night is probably not going to fly with him for too long.
Mainly just staying solid. We have a lot of defensive laps, which we're working on. We're just basically just staying solid and being able to contain the dribble.
What are you expecting to see from Memphis coming in
A
here?
lot of toughness, grit. I know a lot of the guys on the team, and I know a lot of the guys on the team are tough and they play hard. So we got to be able to stop that.
Are you surprised with how many people came out to y'all's first game here this season?
I was, and then I wasn't at the same time. Reason being because it's the first game, and we have a lot of freshmen, and everybody's expecting, to see how the team does.
Is it nice to open up at home? Obviously, when you have 4 or 5, whatever games in a row, it kind of can get people excited, about basketball season, especially when you're playing well.
Yeah, especially if you win. You get a good start in the season, and just looking forward to keep pushing and keep winning.
What do you like about this team? The makeup, obviously, offensively, you guys are a bunch of ballers, but what sticks out to you that makes this so much fun to be a part of?
I would say the fact that everybody is like we're about each other, one, and then two, it's just like offensively we'll share the ball. If you have an open shot and kicking it to the next guy who has a more open shot, and it's just a brotherhood in this team. There's not really much. There's not as many teams, I would say, as I feel like I was able to gel with that quickly. Over the past of like 3 months, 4 months.
You've won 2 games. What's been the biggest adjustment for you to college basketball so far?
I would say the biggest adjustment would be probably, I would say, being in transition and then going to offense and then come back to transition D. The game speed is like really quick. That's something that I have to continue adjusting to. In Jersey, it's the style of play is kind of quick, but it's not as quick as college. And I feel like so far I'm getting used to it.
Northeast is tougher, grinding, more tractor pull. Is that what Coach Wade likes to say?
Yeah. There's a lot of guys who feel like they should be at a higher level, or if not, they should be at least at a decent level. And I feel like they should be as well. And, a lot of guys like to prove that. So there's a lot of tougher games and a lot of tougher competition, I would say.
Do you like to play defense?
Actually, I do. I like to block shots, get a defensive rebound, or help side, whatever case.
Because typically, sometimes younger players, everyone likes to shoot and score, but sometimes they don't like to embrace that part of the game. So.
I mean, from Coach Wade, you can't shoot and score unless you get a stop. So.
Right.
Naz, have you watched Zion Williams?
I have.
Does it feel like the game of basketball is evolutionized, where the big man's like coming off the dribble more? You see a lot of guys that they just look more athletic, and is that something you as a big man, you're like, man, I kind of want to be a guy that's not just a guy someone hanging out around the rim. You guys want to drive, do whatever you can do, shoot. Is that just the way the game is evolutionized?
I feel like nowadays it is. Seeing Zion and things that I can do, and other bigs, other bigs being able to handle the ball, shoot the ball, put the ball in the basket in so many different ways. It's very unique because from past time you don't really see that. But I think the game is changing.
copycat? Do you guys watch each other to kind of maybe steal some ideas or just see kind of what they do well? Maybe you could transition it into your game?
I mean, yeah, I would say so, and then I think it's also a compliment because, you know, in a way, you know, you want to learn the move, and obviously it was a great move, so you want to be able to use the moves to get a basket or whatever the case may be.
When did you start shooting threes? When did you start feeling comfortable with that?
Probably eighth grade. Eighth grade, I was shooting threes. Because I mean, like I said before, I wasn't always this tall. I kind of grew in the past. Those in the 7th, 8th grade summer, and you know, I just got more comfortable as playing basketball altogether, and had a feel for the game, and you know, just doing everything all around.
What was your growth spurt?
I would say I was about 5'10", and from 7th to 8th grade, I think I grew about 6'7". And it was crazy, and I was in pain, so I knew it was something. It wasn't just. I knew I was growing. I knew that.
8 inches? What was it?
Just about, I would say so.
So all your clothes just get thrown out? Or what?
Yeah, definitely. My mom, she was always fussing about the clothes.
Did it take you a while to get your coordination down there?
No, actually it didn't. Because the reason being, I was always being I was small, I was always working on guard things, and you know, I was playing football, so I was able to move around and things like that. Getting sure.
Ken, you ready for us to wrap or what?
I just need to probably switch here in a minute or two
Okay.
if we can.
Does Coach get on you about taking those long threes, or is that just kind of a feel for it in the game? He's like, you know,
He hasn't said anything, so I mean, so far I'm thinking if it goes in, it goes in. If it doesn't, just make sure you get a stop.
I know you mentioned something about Skylar that he thinks he could shoot 40% from free this year. Have you guys talked about a number that would be sufficient for you?
I would say the same. We haven't really talked about it, but from the work that we put in, I feel like it could be that or higher.
There's a saying sometimes games are easy because the practices are so hard.
Yeah, definitely. Practice is no joke here, and I actually enjoy it. Believe it or not, it's like I said before, the competitiveness, the competing, and the grind and grit you have to get through in practices. It just shows how tough you are. If you're able to get through it, then you can play at this level.
Emmett, I think, said you wouldn't believe we're teammates sometimes, the way we go at each other.
Yeah, exactly. Like, you know, you have to be teammates off the court, but on the court, it's like the guy in front of you, you just have to take his head off sometimes. And, you know, we all understand because we're all competing for something, so, and we all want to win at the end of the day.
Coach Wade doesn't let anyone get comfortable.
No, I mean, as a coach, I don't feel like you should. But if you get out of your comfort zone, I feel like you're just probably not doing something right.